If freedom of speech is taken away, then dumb and silent we may be led, like sheep to the slaughter. Liberty, when it begins to take root, is a plant of rapid growth. It is far better to be alone than to be in bad company. Your union ought to be considered as a main prop of your liberty, and that the love of the one ought to endear to you the preservation of the other. My first wish is to see this plague of mankind, war, banished from the earth. Arbitrary power is most easily established on the ruins of liberty abused to licentiousness. It is better to offer no excuse than a bad one. My mother was the most beautiful woman I ever saw. All I am I owe to my mother. I attribute my success in life to the moral, intellectual and physical education I received from her. Human happiness and moral duty are inseparably connected. 99% of failures come from people who make excuses. I hope I shall possess firmness and virtue enough to maintain what I consider the most enviable of all titles, the character of an honest man. There is nothing which can better deserve our patronage than the promotion of science and literature. Knowledge is in every country the surest basis of public happiness. Guard against the impostures of pretended patriotism. Labor to keep alive in your breast the little spark of celestial fire called conscience. Perseverance and spirit have done wonders in all ages. A sensible woman can never be happy with a fool. Happiness depends more upon the internal frame of a person's own mind than on the externals in the world. Few men have virtue to withstand the highest bidder. The harder the conflict, the greater the triumph. Worry is the interest paid by those who borrow trouble. To encourage literature and the arts is a duty which every good citizen owes to his country. I conceive a knowledge of books as the basis upon which other knowledge is to be built. Real men despise battle, but will never run from it. We must consult our means rather than our wishes. Be courteous to all, but intimate with few, and let those be well tried before you give them your confidence. To persevere in one's duty, and be silent is the best answer to calumny. Let your heart feel for the afflictions and distress of everyone. There is nothing so likely to produce peace as to be well prepared to meet the enemy. Be not glad at the misfortune of another, though he may be your enemy. No punishment, in my opinion, is too great for the man who can build his greatness upon his country's ruin. I hold the maxim no less applicable to public than to private affairs, that honesty is always the best policy. Strive not with your superiors in argument, but always submit your judgment to others with modesty. A bad war is fought with a good mind. Decision-making, like coffee, needs a cooling process. I'll die on my feet before I'll live on my knees. Individuals entering into society must give up a share of liberty to preserve the rest.